We all know that the advantage to a free website is that you get to have a website that doesn't cost you any money. But what is the downside to having a free website? That's what I'm going to cover in this video. Although the title is Why Free Websites Suck, what it really could be called is Why Do Free Websites Suck for Some People? Because for some people, free websites are going to have everything that you need. But for a lot of us, free websites have their limitations, and that's what this video is here to show you what they are. So what we're looking at right now is the terms of service for WordPress.com. Now, WordPress.com is one website of many that offer free websites that you can build, okay? But WordPress.com really is one of the better options, and all the terms of service are fairly similar. So if we understand the terms of service for WordPress, we'll get a good idea of what you're gonna get with most free website services, okay? So if we're looking at the terms of service here, you're going to notice as you go down here that they have limitations on the kind of content that you can create. Now, this may not be a problem for you because as long as you're creating really clean-cut content that isn't going to infringe on anything that they frown upon, then you're going to be completely fine. Although if you want to create content on Make Money Online, which is something that I'm interested in, then that might not be able to pass their terms of service, okay? But the really important stuff here is when we get down to advertisements. You'll notice here that it says that a company connected to WordPress reserves the right to display advertisements on your blog unless you give them money. Now, of course, if you give them money, it's no longer a free website. So we're going to exclude that option because you can, for a cheaper price, get your own website that doesn't have to go through this process of getting the ads removed. So we're going to ignore that. So let's say you want to keep your website free, then you're basically giving WordPress the right to put advertising on your website, which means that when people go to your blog, they're going to be shown ads that if anybody clicks them, it's going to generate revenue for WordPress and not for you, right? So if you had your own website and you weren't getting a free website, then you could create the advertisements. You could get connected to the Google AdSense program, which is very popular. You could set up an account and you could plaster ads all over your entire website. Now, chances are if you have at least a small amount of visitors, then you can very easily pay for the website by the revenue that you generate from the advertising. But WordPress doesn't allow you to put your own advertising on your site. They put advertising on their behalf onto your content. So think about it for a second. There's no such thing as a free lunch. WordPress is not giving you a free website out of the goodness of their hearts. They're giving you a free website so that they can make money off of what you create. Now, the second thing here is the attribution of WordPress, which just basically means that WordPress can put their logo on there. They can put blog at WordPress.com in the footer and all that kind of stuff. Now, the reason why this may not be the greatest for a lot of people is because you want to build your own brand with your website. You don't want somebody else's name or a different company's name splattered all over your content and your stuff and your voice. If you're serious about creating a brand online and you're serious about creating content that you want other people to see, you really don't want to have other companies interfering with your branding. And quite potentially one of the worst reasons for having a free website is because most of these sites have this clause where for any reason they can terminate you at any time. Now, of course, you could say, you know what, if I don't do anything wrong and I go under the radar, why would they ever terminate me? And you're probably right. You could probably be safe, but you are still rolling the dice. And when it comes to building a business or building a brand online, it's very much against your best interest to at any times put your business in the hands of somebody other than yourself. You're much more safe. It's much more reliable when you have total control over your online assets. And I guess the final reason why you wouldn't want to have a free website is because then you get to have your own domain name that's not connected to a different company. So if I have my own website that I pay for with my own hosting, then I can register a domain like brendanmace.com and it can look very professional, right? Because it's my own website that I own. But if I create a website with something like WordPress or Blogger or Wix or Weebly or any of those free website solutions, generally I have to have a website that's like brendan.wordpress.com. So no matter what, I always have the branding of the website provider that I use connected to my website. Now, it's a little touch. I don't know how big of a difference that's going to make in terms of professionalism. What do you think? Would you be likely to buy from a website that had its own domain, that had purchased and registered its own domain, or would you be likely to buy and trust a free solution that's connected to a free website provider? Well, if it's me, I think it looks a lot more professional when you have your own website, you have your own domain. If you have your own self-hosted solution, it's going to cost you about $5 per month. So that means that if you skip out on McDonald's one time in your entire month, you have your entire website, all its hosting, paid for. You're going to notice here with HostGator that you have some plans, and the middle plan here, the baby plan, is $5.95. That's $6 per month, but I actually have a coupon code. If you use GET25 off your bill, you'll actually get a 25% discount on your order, right? When you sign up now, the one thing you have to be careful of is HostGator is going to try and charge you for 3 years worth of website hosting. So you'll notice on the billing cycle here that it's 36 months. Well, if you go down to the end of your order, it's going to try and charge you $254, but that's because it's charging you for 3 years. So you actually want to switch in the billing cycle here, select something like 3 months. And the other thing you want to do is that there's some additional services here. These additional services are completely unnecessary. You don't need them. So when you uncheck these additional services, you're going to be left with $35. But if you use that coupon code like I was just talking about, the get 25 off your bill, and you validate it, you're going to get a better price, which means $26. So I'm sorry, I was actually incorrect when I said it's $5 per month. It looks like it's about, I would say, $7.50 per month. It actually works out to being around $9 per month. It's been a while since I've done math, but still $9 per month is a great deal. And actually you notice that the larger your billing cycle, the better deal you get per month. So you actually get a cheaper price if you go a longer billing cycle. That being said, I don't know if many of us want to spend a bunch of money at the very beginning for a website. Although if you're very determined and you know that you're going to keep your website, you may as well get the longest billing cycle possible. That is entirely up to your discretion. But having your own website is very, very cool. And I get a lot of people that say, hey, Brendan, like with my free WordPress solution, which is what we were looking at before with the brendan.wordpress.com, can I add these plugins? Can I add this theme? Can I add all these different customizations to my website? And the answer for the most part is no. If you have a free website, you usually are very limited and restricted with how you can make it look and what you can do with it. When you have your own WordPress website, then yes, there's all kinds of third-party tools and different things that you can integrate into your site easily in the form of WordPress plugins and in the form of WordPress themes. So if you look at my WordPress plugins here for my website that I have paid hosting for, I have a lot of functionality and a lot of things that I automatically set in here that I can get uploaded into my website easily with WordPress plugins. One of these that I love is called Social Locker. And that basically allows me to give free stuff away on my blog, but in order to get that free stuff, people have to socially share my blog and website. Now, this is a plugin that, in my opinion, is crazy super powerful, but I could never use this plugin on my free WordPress site because it doesn't allow me to do a lot of these customizable things. So that's another main advantage to have your own website, is that you have a lot more customizable options. But before I get too carried away about making this video about how terrible it is to have a free website, let's talk about when would it be an okay time to have a free website and who would benefit from having this free solution. There are a couple of reasons where you could benefit from a free website. The first case is if you wanted to explore a new niche topic and you wanted to see whether you could build an audience or get traffic in a niche topic that you haven't experimented or explored with before. So then you could use the free website to see whether you can get traffic, whether that traffic is responsive or not, to your free website. And if it is responsive, that's where you can transfer and expand to a full website that you own and control. So that would be the first case. If you're just using it for testing purposes to see whether the niche is a go or a no-go before you decide to invest in anything. So that would totally make sense. The other reason why you would have a free website is for journaling reasons. So if you wanted to create a free website just because you wanted to get your words out there into the interwebs and you don't really have any interest in making money online, or you don't want to actually make any money from anything that you create or any of the content you develop, you just want to get your content out there and express yourself, then absolutely, a free website is a great option for you because you're not going to have to pay anything and you'll be able to get a digital journal that you can share at any time you want. And it's completely free and you can actually get an audience to follow what you have to say. So that's pretty cool if you're using it for the journaling purpose. However, like I said earlier in the video, if your intention is to make money from what you create, then the free website is not your best solution. You're much better off paying $9 per month and creating a full-on website that you control. And if you set up your website correctly and you're actually building out content and you're passionate about what you're doing with your website, then making back the $9 per month on website hosting is ridiculously easy to do. So don't worry about that. So essentially you have two choices. If you just want to journal or you're just testing something out, then a free website could be a good option for you. However, if you're serious about creating a brand online, you're serious about getting your voice out there, or you're passionate about what you're talking about and you wouldn't mind making money from it, then having your own hosted solution is your best option. Now, if you want to create a hosted website, I have a ton of videos on my YouTube channel where I show you how to create your hosted solution. I also have videos on my channel that show you how to create a free website. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out the other videos that I've shared on this topic, because I go step by step and I show you how to build a website in either case, whether you want a free website or you want a paid solution. If you want a ton of internet marketing videos, how to create a website, how to build a list, who cares? Whatever you want in Make Money Online, I pretty much have all of it. My YouTube channel has over 80 videos now. You can find out what you're looking for and I can show you what you need to know. So make sure, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel on the right side there or subscribe below and get started doing what you want to do online so that you don't have to do what you don't want to do in a cubicle. I hope this has been good for you. I'll see you guys soon.